NESCAC action here from Pratt Pool, the first home meet of the season for the Mammoths, and the 200 medley relay underway. Looks like lanes 2 and 5 with the slight edges so far. That's Amherst and Middlebury, respectively, from 2 and 5. Backstroke, the first one, or first part of the medley thus far. Very tight. Looking like lane 5 now with a slighter edge. Now lane 3 in Middlebury's end taking the advantage. On to the breaststroke side. Looks like Middlebury still in lane 3 with the edge. On to the second leg of the breaststroke. Very tight between lanes 2, 3, and 4 right now. And butterfly underway. Very neck and neck in lanes 2 through 4. 2 and 4 belonging to the Mammoths. Lane 3, Middlebury. Looks like lane 4 with the advantage here as we begin the free. Middlebury in their last meet came in second and third in the 200 women's relay. Looking to potentially leg out a first place finish here. Down to lanes 3 and 4 on the back end of the free. And it looks like lane 3 gets the victory. Middlebury's lane with Maddie Reed, Chloe Bautista, Emma Hall, and Anna McGrew. Third. Heat 2 coming up now for the women's 300-yard individual medley. For Middlebury, it'll be Chloe Katz in lane 1, Kate Wall in 3, and Emily Kim in 6. For Amherst in lanes 2 and my apologies, Grace Nadecki coming in for Middlebury in lane 5, and then for 2, 4, and 6, Sabrina Victor, Megan Lee, and Emily Kim for the Mammoths. Heat 2 underway. We once again, like we did last time in Heat 1, start with the butterfly. No clear advantage yet on this first lap. Looking like a slight edge now for Sabrina Victor of the Mammoths in lane 2. As we continue to run on with the butterfly. Both Victor and Lee for Amherst in lanes 2 and 4, respectively, in the first and second place leads. Onto the backstroke side. Victor still with the slight edge. Lanes 2, 3, and 4 again leading the charge thus far for with both sides combined. Again, Amherst in this first and second places right now in this distance swimming race. Onto the breaststroke now, Victor. Still with a slight edge. If this holds up, Amherst, just like they did in the men's medley, would get those first and second place finishes again. Less of a distance now between first and second place, but more of a distance now between second and third, as again, Victor and Lee trying to round out their breaststroke in timely fashion. Megan Lee now with the lead. As we get close to a freestyle finish. Lee ascending her lead as freestyle has commenced. .200 yards to go for Lee as that lead continues to grow, but Victor, her lead in second place beginning to shrink a little bit as in lane 1, Chloe Katz gaining some ground on her. Katz now has the lead out of all Panthers, but Lee now in lane 4, continuing to increase that advantage. It is now officially Katz who's in second place. Lee finishes her distance. Katz now in second, and by a hair, Sabrina Victor gets the third place finish. So Middlebury, after it looked like they were in third place for the long haul, able to get a runner-up finish with their lane 1 swimmer in Chloe Katz. 3 minutes, 25 seconds, and 99 milliseconds, the winning time in lane 4 for Megan Lee. Just one heat in the individual relay for the men. Middlebury in lanes 1, 3, and 5 with Will Son, Luke McNamara, and Stefanos Salas. 2, 4, and 6, we got Joel Chen, Michael Jang, and Teddy Sun. It's lane 3 with the early advantage is Luke McNamara of the Panthers with a strong start on the butterfly. McNamara continuing to increase that lead, but in lane 4, Michael Jang not too far behind as the backstroke underway. McNamara and Jang with a solidly distant first and second place, but all the way in lane 6, Teddy Sun gaining some ground for the Mammoths in a very close third. McNamara remaining in first by a hair. Jang and Sun not too far behind. On to the breaststroke now. Still just so close between McNamara and Jang, but McNamara still slightly in front. Impossible to tell now. It looks like Jang might have the slight lead. One more leg to go of breaststroke before the freestyle commence. Jang now with the lead. And now on to the freestyle. Jang and Sun now in first and second place as McNamara has started to trail behind. Jang and Sun are neck and neck for both for the Mammoths in first and second. Meanwhile, Joel Chen has started to catch up for third. Amherst potentially looking for the top 3 finishes in the individual relay. 300 yards each. Coming in the final stretch. Chang still with the slight lead. Now it's Teddy Sun who will round out the first place finish. We'll see who gets second and third here. And it looks like McNamara by a hair able to remain in third. But first, second, and fourth place finishes for the Mammoths as they take the 300 individual relay. Women's 150 free has commenced. Event 5 still on the day. We'll move to the men's side of the 150 freestyle coming up after this. Looks like the advantage goes back to lane 4 with Maeve Kelly of the Mammoths. Kelly still with a slight edge. It's so close for second place, hard to tell from the naked eye. Kelly still propelling ahead. First full lap complete on the free. Kelly still with a slight lead. Lanes 2 and 3 seem to be neck and neck for second place. That's Adams and Baumgartner. Kelly, though, continuing to grow that lead. And it will be Maeve Kelly. A minute 24.84 for first place. The 200-yard medley, that is. Only finish in first place so far for Middlebury, that women's 200 medley. Lane 4 again with the advantage here to start. That's Andrew Yuen for Amherst. Yuen still in front. Looks like the Mammoths also have the runner-up spot right now as it stands. Jack Opfrich keeping good pace as well. Yuen and Goldfrich in a sizable first and second. And if you want to come up with a third place, lane 6 for Amherst as well. Bernstein keeping good pace as well. Mammoth potentially looking for another top 3 finish. Yuen still with a sizable lead, coming up on the rear end. And that'll do it. Yuen in first place. It's like we have both 2 Amherst Mammoths as well participating in the this backstroke race as well, the 100-yard rather. All 3 women from Middlebury, very tightly contested. And Yusuf Odom and Jonah Lidke. Event 8 officially underway here from Pratt Pool. No slight advantage. Lane 2 seems to have it with Odom. Lane 4 as well. Lidke doing very well for Amherst on that side. Looks like both Mammoth races have their first and second place spots, but again, we're nowhere near done. As the racers start to come to the finish. The only one trailing behind here is Tom Morgan in lane 1. Both 2, 3, 4, and 5, all a chance to win it. Let's look up to the screen, see who gets that first place spot. It will be Yusuf Odom and Roy and Jolene Fong for the Mammoths in the even lanes. Lane 4 looks to have a slight lead. It's been consistent throughout the day. Allison LaCroix of the Mammoths, followed by Emma Hall of the Panthers. LaCroix extending that lead. Coming up on the finish. LaCroix secures the win again for Amherst. The 22nd ranked Mammoths off to a phenomenal. No clear advantage for the first 25. On the second leg of lap 1, lane 4 again with a slight lead. That's Tor Metelmann. And now Metelmann gaining. All Amherst lanes have the top 3 spots so far. Metelmann with a sizable advantage now. But gaining ground is James Thomas on the Panthers side. Still a potential for a top 3 finish for all 3 Amherst lanes, and that's exactly what's going to happen. First, second, and third by all Mammoth swimmers. Almost over a third of the way through today's series of events. Heat 2 of the women's butterfly. 150 yards coming up. And still very close through the first leg. Lane 4 again with a great start. That's Maeve Kelly, who we saw win her previous race earlier today in front. That was the women's 150 freestyle. She's out in front again here on the butterfly. Just like we saw on the men's side of the butterfly, or the men's side of the breaststroke rather, Amherst potentially with the top 3 finishes once again as their 3 swimmers out in front. Closing out the first 100 yards. Kelly still with the slight lead. And here we go with the final 50. Kelly maintaining her lead. Snowar not fine behind her, and Koo in third place as well. In lane 3, Bautista's taken the third place spot. Coming up on Kelly, potentially looking for second place, and will be Maeve Kelly who wins it. And Snowar, by 0.28 milliseconds, maintains second place for the Mammoths. So another top 2 set of finishes on the women's 150 butterfly for Amherst as they continue to stay in front. We move on to the men's 150 butterfly. There's 5 racers in this one. You'll see them in lanes 2 through 6. Gabriele Lunardi, Fynlan Nadel, and Henry Lesates for Amherst. Just Will Son and Ben Korzenik for Middlebury. Again, Amherst with the top 3 spots right now through the first, as we're coming out on the first 50 here. Looks like a slight lead for Nadel in lane 4, but Lunardi and Lesates not too far behind. A very, very obvious gap between the Amherst and Middlebury swimmers here, 1 through 3, and the 4th and 5th place finishes coming up for the Panthers. First 100 yards almost done for the Mammoths as they begin the final 50. Large distance separating themselves from Middlebury here on the final 50. Amherst swimmers halfway through the final lap, or the final leg rather, as Middlebury commences their last set of butterfly. Nadel will win the race. Not too far behind Lunardi, and Lesates in third. Lunardi finishing back to a 6-woman race. Jerry Kane, Anna McGrew, and Avery Maxwell set in the odd lanes for the Panthers, with Paige Arnold, Lucy Smith, and Ava Liu in the even lanes for Amherst. Horn sounds underway in Heat 3. Anna McGrew seems to be in the lead. Middlebury will love a first place finish here. McGrew, does she get it? She does. 24-15 finish. End of the 14th event. We'll have 18 remaining after this, including the 1-meter dives coming up after this. Looks like a slight lane 2 lead for Jaden Olson of the Mammoths, but still very tight. Olson will take it. Round 2 for the women's 1-meter, Campbell Miller for Middlebury. Now it'll be Donna Zhang again for second 1-meter dive. Now Olivia DeVol with her second dive of the afternoon. Nice backflip finish for DeVol. Very nice backwards dive that time as well. Now Sydney Bluestein. Goes off one leg. Double backflip in the air. One of the better ones of the day so far. Back to the men's 3-meter, Henry Wong, his second dive of the afternoon. Very similar to what we recently saw from Zhang on the women's side, that backward finish. And Owen White, a nice back flip as well. Now Tyler Palm will finish with his second of the day. Goes off one leg and a double flip. And all these combined results will have gathered by the end of the day in this meet. Campbell Miller for Middlebury, her third dive. Nice backwards finish. Seemed pretty vertical there. 5.5 over the loudspeaker. Now we'll go back to Donna Zhang. A couple hops off that one leg and the backflip finish. Olivia DeVol. We saw that vertical backflip dive last time. She'll do the double front flip. Good precision that time. Now Easterbrook. Back to the pool. And a backflip finish. Now Sydney Bluestein once more, back facing the pool. One of the better backflips we've seen on the day. Now back to the men's side, the third round of dives. Henry Wong will kick us off. Very impressive finish from Wong. And made that adjustment, kind of slanted in the air and then finished vertically. Now Owen White. And a good job by White. And Tyler Palm with an impressive finish as well. Here's round 4. And Campbell Miller will get us going again. Three hops for Miller, and a nice finish. Donna Zhang's fourth dive on the 1 meter. A nice backwards finish again. She's done that pretty consistently now throughout all 4 of her dives. Olivia DeVol, here comes her 4th of the day. And a double flip. Good finish as well. Now to Kayla Easterbrook again. A nice backwards finish once more. Back to Sydney Bluestein again. One leg to the 2-leg hop and another good flip finish. And now back to the men's side on the 3 meter. Henry Wong arguably has been the most impressive of all 3 men's divers on that side today. Back facing the pool again. Very well done there by Henry Wong. Good balance of gravity there. Second Middlebury diver, Owen White. A double flip for White and a good finish again. Now Tyler Palm, the lone men's diver for Amherst today. Finished on his back that time. Back to Campbell Miller, 5th round of diving on the way. Now back to Donna Zhang. And another good finish. Zhang's been very consistent for Amherst throughout the afternoon on this sector of the events. We'll go back to Olivia DeVol here. Nice finish there by DeVol. Back to Easterbrook. Bit of a slanted release, but a good finish. Back to Sydney Bluestein now on the Amherst side. Wow, one of the best of the day. A score over 7 for Bluestein. Round 5 for the men. Henry Wong will kick it off for Middlebury. Majestic flip. Good initial first high leap and a fantastic finish. We'll finish with Tyler Palm for Amherst, the lone men's diver for the Mammoths today. 2 very impressive dives by Middlebury on this latest round. Oh, good balance in the air. 6.5 for Palm. And we'll do our final round now with Campbell Miller. Here's Miller's final dive. And a nice backflip that time, landing feet first. Donna Zhang's last dive of the round of the event. And more good balance in the air when landing vertically. Now back to Olivia DeVol. Arguably had the best dive of the round or of the event a couple of rounds ago on the women's side. Goes to her right that time and finishes. Now Kai Easterbrook. High leap. And Sydney Bluestein's final dive of the round. Final dive for the men. Henry Wong. One of the better dives of the event on the men's side, on the round 5 side of it. looking to end strong here. Now Owen White's final dive. Great reaction from the crowd. Now let's see if Tyler Palm can finish strong. And that's Palm's best drive of the day. Woman in that race. Lane 4, 48.63 finish for the men. Now we'll go to Heat 2 for all the women of this 100-yard free. Ella Callahan, Anna McGrew, and Olivia Schwartz from Middlebury. Kaya Trey, Lucy Smith, and Sabrina Victor back in it for the Mammoths. Underway, lane 3 seems to be off to the best start so far. That's Anna McGrew for Middlebury, but still very tight. Lanes 3 and 4 seemingly neck and neck for first place through the first 25. Not too much change in distance here on the next 25. We're halfway through. Lanes 3 and 4 still in front. That's McGrew for Middlebury and Lucy Smith for Amherst. Coming up on the final leg, 75 yards down, and McGrew and Smith still neck and neck trying to win it. McGrew, Smith coming down to the wire, photo finish, and it will be McGrew who takes it for Middlebury by 0.35 milliseconds. Lanes for Middlebury, Vandewater, Yuen, and Bernstein in the even for Amherst. Event number 18 getting ready to conclude as the Heat 2 commences here in Pratt Pool. Lane 4 with the early edge. It's Andrew Yuen. He won a previous race earlier at the beginning of this afternoon. Yuen through 50 has the lead. In a close second, looks like Ethan Vandewater is keeping up. Jack Paul leading in Middlebury in third right now, but there's not too much distance separating all six. Clear edge now for Yuen as we come to the final moments of this one. Yuen will take the first place finish. Amherst might have the top 3, and they do. Lee, Kelly, and Adams for Amherst. Very tight start, but in lane 4, it is Maeve Kelly, who won a previous freestyle race, or 2 of them rather, up ahead. Kelly still progressing with the lead. Kelly finishing that leg as her 5th time down, almost complete. What a start to this race from Kelly as she continues to expand on the lead. Hard to tell who's in second. All lanes 1 through 3, and include 6 in there, if you will, all in competitive placement for second place, but Kelly still far ahead in first as she's got less than 50 yards to go. Last 25 for Maeve Kelly, still well ahead of the rest of the competition. We'll see who can place second. But for Maeve Kelly, a big win for the Mammoths. 30-64 on that leg, a minute 58.72 finish. One more time down, Kelly still ahead. And continue to progress. Now we are coming up on the last 25. Again, Kelly still well in front. Second place appears to be Chloe Katz in lane 3. And there you have it. Maeve Kelly wins it with a final time of 2:59.41 on the 300-yard free. It will be Katz who comes up in second for Middlebury with a final time of 3 minutes and 3 seconds, .79. But Amherst will get third place as well with Megan Lee, who finishes at 3:04.65. Amherst will also get fourth with Jennifer Adams at 3:06.69. So Amherst gets first, third, and fourth place in the women's 300-yard free. Men's 300-yard freestyle coming up now with just 5 racers. Teddy Sun, Gabriele Lunardi, and Charlie McMillan for Amherst, and then Pierce Bigelow and Stefano Salas for the Panthers. After this, we're going to have the 100-yard butterfly races on both sides commence. As we get ready to wrap up event number 24 on the day. After this will be 3/4 of the way through on the afternoon. In lane 4 with the lead is Lunardi ahead for the Mammoths. First 50 down, 2:50 to go. Lunardi still steadily in front. Lunardi expanding on that lead. Teddy Sun, by a hair maybe in second. You also have Salas in lane 5, who's also competing for it, but Lunardi still well in front. Lunardi 150 down, halfway through. His lead has only gotten bigger as we've progressed through the race. Lunardi onto his next lap before the other swimmers are even halfway through the previous one. What an edge by Gabriele Lunardi here in the 300-yard free. Second place right now would belong to Teddy Sun, another Mammoth, but Lunardi still well ahead. Final 50 on the way. Lunardi still with that heavy advantage. Sun seems to have the edge for second place. You have Pierce Bigelow trying to earn third for Middlebury. This might be our largest margin of victory, though, on the day, as Gabriele Lunardi will finish 2:40.85, a first place win for the Mammoth himself. In second place, we will get Teddy Sun, finishes almost 8 seconds behind Lunardi, and then it will be Bigelow in third place for Middlebury at a time of 2:50.10. What a dominant win for Amherst on that 300 freestyle race. Underway here. And very neck and neck to start through the first 25. Look to lane 4, where Paige Arnold seems to now have the slight lead. The first 50 would belong to Arnold if the race ended now, but 50 to go. Look to lane 6 as well, where Arnold's teammate Arias Snowar also gaining ground for a potential first place finish. Final 25 is Arnold and Snowwater looking to compete for that win. Snowwater slowing down a little bit, but Arnold is still full steam ahead. Paige Arnold still in the lead. We come to the final moments, and Arnold will win it for Amherst. Snowwater will finish in second place. Underway. Again, that advantage belonging to lane 4. Jaden Olson with the lead early. 50 yards in, 50 to go. Olson in lane 4, Nadel in lane 2, and in lane 6, the Cates, all with the lead for Amherst as they look for another sweep. And that will do it. Another win for Amherst in a sweep-like fashion. 4, 6, and 2, respectively. Diving here at Pratt Pool, this meet between Amherst and Middlebury. It'll be Campbell Miller to start off the 3-meter dive for the women. We had the 1-meter dive for the women last time and the 3-meter for the men, so the roles reversed this time around. First 3-meter dive for Miller. To flip off a couple of hops. And now Donna Zhang will come up ready to go for the Mammoths. Couple of high hops for Zhang and a nice vertical finish. Now Olivia DeVol had some of the better dives on the 1-meter side for the women for Amherst. And a nice contorted flip that time as she lands well in the pool. One of 3 Amherst divers is DeVol. It'll be Sydney Belustein with her first dive on round 1. Couple of one-legged hops and a nice flip and vertical finish. Good reaction from the crowd. That ends round 1 on the 3-meter for the women as we go to the 1-meter now for the men. Henry Wong, who was superb on the 3-meter side of things, now transitions back to the 1-meter. Long, nice double front flip. Keeping it simple to start it off. It'll be Owen White. Triple for White. One of his best of the day. And now Tyler Palm, men's diver for Amherst, getting ready to go. Just one hop. Kept it simple, made it work. Good job there for Palm, who had his best dive on the last round of the 3-meter. Starts off strong in round 1 as we move to round 2. Campbell Miller will get us started here in round 2. A backward vertical finish for Miller, executed well. Here we go back to Donna Zhang now. Back to now Olivia DeVol. And DeVol, nice backflip that time. 5.4.5 the rating. Now, Kayla Easterbrook. Easterbrook taking her time. A nice backflip finish. Boosting triple front flip in the air. One of her best of the round. Back to Henry Wong for Middlebury. Something I'm noticing with Wong and his dives is very strong center of gravity, especially in the air. As we move back to Owen White. Owen will backflip. And one of Tyler Palm's best of the day. Great reaction from the crowd for Palm. And we go to round 3. Overall, Campbell Miller will once again start on the 3-meter for the Middlebury women's side. Miller finding balance. And a nice backflip in the air, finishing backwards, straight up. Miller has been really consistently good on the 3-meter side. She gets a 7. She's fired up about it. Watching the replay now, Donna Zhang got up high on that one. Back to DeVol. All right, a nice double flip by DeVol. Now back to Easterbrook. Here's Bluestein. Got up really high on that one. And that ends round 3 on the women's side. We go back to the men. And Henry Wong. Let's take a listen. Another pristine finish by Wong. We'll move back to Owen White. Or one-legged hops for White and finishes the double flip. Tyler Palm, one of his best dives on the entire day his last round, will have his back facing the pool this time. Finishes the double back. Round 4 now. Campbell Miller got the 7 on her last dive. Vertical finish. Another score that ascends 7. What a start to over the last couple of rounds. Campbell Miller had some of the best dives overall. We'll go back to Donna Zhang now. Back to DeVol. One-legged hop, two-legged hop, double flip, and a vertical landing. Now we'll go back to Easterbrook. Easterbrook sticks the landing. Now we'll go back to Bluestein. Amazing finish that time on the backwards dive. And a 7-7 for Bluestein there. That ends round 4 on the women's side. We'll go back to Henry Wong. He'll be followed by White and Palm again. 1 leg to 2 leg hop. Now Owen White. Good execution by White. What a flip that time. Back facing the water, and then still managed to get out a front flip. So Campbell Miller again having a really nice 3-meter round. We'll go back to Donna Zhang. And a great finish by Zhang. Vol, the good finish of her own. And I'll go back to Easterbrook. We get ready to round out round 5 for the women. Her and then Bluestein will end it. And after the dive ends, or this round of diving ends, we'll have the men's and women's 100 yards individual medleys, and then the men's and women's 400-yard medleys. Freestyle. Easterbrook lands well. And Bluestein rounds out round 5 for the women. Back to Henry Wong. Wong back facing the water, goes back to the front. Henry Wong really mixing it up for Middlebury in this round. And the event overall to go back to White. Job by White. Now Palm will round out round 5. Good balance from Palm. Taking his time. Again, that backward front flip. Working again, constantly on this 1 meter dive. A lot of the men we've seen on both teams go to that. Now the final round, round 6, Campbell Miller, who's had arguably the best event out of all the divers who have participated in this one. Event number 27 overall. She'll lead it off. Miller again taking her time. Nice backflip. Don't know if she quite stuck the vertical landing. We go back to Donna Zhang. And a good finish. And Zhang will finish with a score that ascends 7. Now Olivia Duvall, she'll be followed by Easterbrook and Bluestein. To her right, Duvall, well, maybe off on that one as we transition to Easterbrook down. Easterbrook gaining her balance. Back flip on the way and a good land. We'll end now with Bluestein. And Bluestein wraps up. So we'll have our final dive from the men's side now, starting with Wong, and then White and Palm will wrap it up. Wong, oh, a pristine flip that time with a hand in the air and a good finish. Flip converted. And now Palm's final dive will come up on the way. Palm runs up, high bounce, and a good final flip. Tyler Palm wraps up. That'll wrap up our second diving event. When we come back, we'll wrap up the day overall, the 100-yard individual medleys and the 400-yard freestyle medleys when we come back on the Northeast Sports Network. We'll start with butterfly from the sound of the horn. Pretty even race so far as all 6 swimmers start with the butterfly side of the race. They'll convert to backstroke on the way down. Very tough to see who has the slight lead. Right now it is Scott and Arnold in lanes 3 and 4 who are neck and neck. On to the breaststroke end of things. The only racer really far behind is Zoe Trey in lane 1. Other than that, it's anybody's race right now. Slight edge would go to Arnold in lane 4. Arnold wraps up that leg. Now to the freestyle. Arnold maintaining her lead. Not too much longer to go, and Paige Arnold will take first. Second place in lane 5. Underway again, we commence with the butterfly. This is our last 100-yard medley of the afternoon. It's Tor Metelmann again for Amherst with that lead. He has dominated again pretty much every race he's been a part of, as we're on to the backstroke now. Already 50 yards down. Salas from Middlebury competing with Metelmann, staying within striking distance along with Henry Liu in lane 2 for Amherst. Not far behind him, Ben Bryan in lane 1. Metelmann back in front to the freestyle. It's him and Liu in the top 2 spots right now of all 6 racers. Coming down to the finish, and it will be Tor Metelmann again in first place by less than a second, barely beating out. Race underway. Again, 400 yards of freestyle. 8 back and forth laps. So you have 4 racers per lane. Right now, lane 3 appears to be in the lead. That's the Middlebury lane. Lane 4 for Amherst in a close second. Lane 3 still with a decent advantage. Lane 4 not far behind. First quarter of the race down. Lane 3 for Middlebury consists of Anna McGrew, Chloe Bautista, Grace Nadecki, and Hannah Baumgartner. And it's really a lane 3 and lane 4 race right now. Still Middlebury in lane 3 with a slight lead. In terms of a third place, it's between 2 and 5, but 3 and 4 have really gained distance on the remaining 4. Race halfway done for lanes 3 and 4 as they begin the back 200 of the 400 yards. $250 down. Lanes 3 and 4 still neck and neck. Looks like lane 4 has gotten into the slight lead with Lucy Smith, Kayla Trey, Megan Lee, and Paige Arnold for the Mammoths. 25 yards until the final racers will take the water for those aforementioned lanes. Lane 3 for Middlebury back in the lead. Going to be a photo finish for 3 and 4. Middlebury will get the slight edge for now, Both racers clamoring to the finish line. And we have our final 50. An unbelievably close end to this one. Amherst and Middlebury, lanes 4 and 3, and it looks like the Mammoths take it. By 0.87 seconds, Amherst gets first place, along with third and the final sixth in the freestyle relay. 400 yards. Last race of the day underway. Still pretty close, but it's lanes 3 and 4 who have the advantage. In lane 3 for Middlebury is Matthew Hensel, John Masiello, Prin Checharangle, and Sam Hughes. For lane 4, it's Andrew Yuen, Andrew Bernstein, Jaden Olson, and Ethan Vandewater. First 100 yards down. Lane 4 gaining quite the advantage now for Amherst. Still a very slight lead for the Mammoths in lane 4. Then in third place would be Middlebury's team over there. Lane 2 for Amherst in a pretty distant third as of this point. Third and second still up for grabs. First 200 yards down. Amherst holding on to their lead in lane 4. Got 250 yards out of the way. Last lap back and forth for the third racer in lanes 4 and 3 right now ahead. Now lane 2 for Amherst has taken a second place advantage. They've got Teddy's son, Henry Lacates, Jack Gottrich, and Uslam Odom. Final racer in the pool in lane 4, making lanes 2 and 3 as well. Three-man race right now for the top 3. Last time up and down the pool, the lead for lane 4 increasing. Looks like Amherst is gaining some sizable advantage for second place in lane 2 as well. And that will wrap it up. Amherst wins it in lane 4 and 2. They get the top 2 finishers, 3 of the top 4, and win the men's 400 freestyle.